you know that I've had neck surgery. And so for at least the last 3-4 weeks, I've been having this neck brace on. But over the last week or two, I've taken it off for these short snippets. And for those of you that do care that I'm going to mess up my neck, actually my neck feels a lot better. Hasn't completely healed yet. And what I'm trying to do now is try to exercise it so it's not so stiff. So that's one of the reasons why you see me without a neck brace on. Plus, if I have to go somewhere, if I have to drive somewhere, I try not to have the distance be that far. But as I take off the neck brace, I put my neck or my head upon the back of the chair where the headrest is. And I'm able to support my muscles that are still trying to strengthen up. But so far, so good. I thank God for bringing me through this. At this point, yes, I know I have to have back surgery. I can feel it every time I walk. But I'm glad for what has taken place. I didn't realize that if I didn't have this neck surgery, then most likely I would have had some significant trouble in my arms, at least, if not more, anything below my arms as well. But I am healing. And one of the reasons why I am trying to push the healing is so I can go back to taking care of my wife. There are those who actually have helped me to find cheaper ways of transportation for taking my wife to and from dialysis. And I thank God for you. I plan to finish all that today and try to get it to a point where I'm not shelling out an arm and a leg for transportation. But God is keeping me, and I can't complain. It just reminds me that essentially we all have to go through something. We all have to have our tests, our trial. With some of us, it's physical. And you have to learn how to coexist with the body that doesn't always want to do what you want it to do. Sometimes it's emotional. Things have happened in your lives. Maybe some reverses that really get to you. And you have to go through it. Sometimes you may have to shed tears. Sometimes you have to let off steam. Yes, the Bible does say to be angry and sin not. So the Bible realizes that people do get angry. You can't just be ha 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 all the time. There will be times in which you will be angry. Angry at the situation, angry at people. But you want to keep your head during all these things. As I said, be angry and sin not. So you may have some anger and just admit it. You are angry at something. But you don't have to, without thinking. And that's the problem with many people. Why many people actually are in jail right now. They get so angry, they let their emotions take full control of them. And by the time they're finished, oh man, they've done some horrible things because you were angry at something or at somebody. So that extra thought or that extra time that you may need to sort things out, that God will allow you to have, because God will allow you to be able to sort your thoughts out. You may not think so, but God will. And nothing is too important that you have to, in a moment's notice, figure it out. You may have to take some time. You may have to ask the person, give me a little bit of time. Maybe an hour, maybe 5 minutes, maybe 2 minutes, but give me some time for me to sort things out so I don't make a wrong decision. We have to think about essentially the things that will take place later on, the things that will happen as a result of our actions. I have to kind of think about the reason what's happened with my back is all the times I may have lifted up things incorrectly. Trying to be the man, trying to get things done as quickly as possible. But maybe I don't use my legs, or maybe I don't use certain parts of my body in order to help my back. And that's why my back is the way it is. I can't complain about it. I really can't. Although the doctors were very nice, they weren't saying, oh, well, but you didn't lift correctly. You didn't stand correctly. They usually said, this is just what happens when you get old. Now, there are many people who are older than me that have better positions, but again, it could just be me. But I'm not going to go and then beat myself over the head with what I think I should have done, because it's not worth it to go through that. And saints, all you're going to do is get mad at yourself. Then you're going to do things to yourself that aren't very good. And all my life I've been learning that essentially just because you could have done something better doesn't mean you have to berate yourself or beat yourself up or anything of that particular nature. As God has been teaching me, you do have to love yourself. Don't mean love yourself at the expense of loving all others, but you have to at least love yourself as you love your neighbor. It's not selfish. It's taking care of yourself. It's making sure that you don't overtax yourself. And one thing I've learned about all the people that have been speaking to me about these things is that I do have to take care of myself. And I have to take care of myself so I can take care of others. If I don't take care of myself, then I'm no good to anybody. So, I have to learn different ways of lifting without taxing my back, because I only have one back. And if I mess this up after the surgery, then I don't have any recourse. It's the same thing with my neck. As you can see, I'm beginning to be able to move it back and forth, but I don't try to do it quickly, because if I do it quickly, what takes place is that I put myself back in the same position. Although they said you can probably move your neck back and forth much more easy than going up and down. So I got to be careful. But with all of this, my neck is getting better and better every day. And I can feel it now. You know, that's how that song, He Keeps Doing Great Things for Me. And if I had 10,000 hands, use them all to lift His name. And if I had 10,000 tongues, I praise Him with every one. After you sit for a while and you think, look back at the things that have taken place in your life. There always could be something that you could do better. But after all is said and done, He has done great things for me. Jesus has done great things for me. And regardless of what may have taken place in my life, the Lord has blessed me in this life. But man, I've made some decisions during my life that maybe haven't been so good. But the Lord has protected me, even in those decisions that weren't up to snuff. But I do want to say that I'm thankful to God for how He has kept my wife. Throughout all this, as of right now, there's a caregiver that's watching over her. She's asleep right now. I got her some breakfast. She ate the breakfast, and now she's asleep. Which is good because she really had a tough time in dialysis. One thing that does sometimes disturb me is that if she's having pain and I don't have the wherewithal, or I don't have the antidote for it, it makes me feel useless. And that's the one thing that I have to be able to overcome, is not to have that feeling of uselessness when it comes to her. I tell people about what she had done in her life and what she's accomplished, and even she was on the verge of being admitted to law school. She had everything set up. I remember going with her as she had her interviews, and they loved her interviews. But maybe that's God is saying, that's enough, child. That's enough. I just wish that she had a better way of being able to rest from all the things that she had been able to do. She's accomplished so much. And I couldn't have asked for a better wife. I just wish she would have been able to enjoy herself so much more than have to spend 4 to 5 hours a day in dialysis, sitting in a chair, not moving, while the blood goes through and in and out. And that's how she stays alive, taking all these medicines that she has to take, even if she doesn't want to take them. She has to take them. Being trapped in a body that just will not respond. And it's not that she doesn't know what's going on. She knows exactly what's going on. Those are the things that actually make me sad. If anything, it's not my condition, it's hers that makes me sad. But God has given us, while she's in this condition, she's able to voice herself. Sometimes she smiles. Sometimes she laughs. Sometimes she gets mad. But with all those, we have to take it one day at a time. I know it sounds like it's one of those things you always say, but it's really true when it comes to this. I can't think of tomorrow and what's going to take for her, except for maybe her doctor's appointments and whatever. Because, to be honest, I'm not sure what's going to happen tomorrow. I can only be assured of what's taking place today. And that's what the Lord say, take no thought for tomorrow. Don't worry about tomorrow. There are plans we have for tomorrow. We definitely have to make plans for it. But once the plans are set, then it's up. We just leave it in the hands of God. And He knows what's best for us, even when we don't know ourselves. Anyways, I'm just kind of rambling along. I am happy. If after all is said and done, all the feelings I have, and I've mentioned some, But after all is said and done, saints of God, I'm happy. I'm happy because I know the Lord's with me. I'm happy because God has given me strength and hope. I'm happy because God has been so good to me. And that in itself gives me peace. And if I have peace, then I have the wherewithal to think of what I need to do, so I don't feel pressured. Now, all my life I've been pressured at work, and at church, and at home. Some things I've been able to make decisions based upon the facts that's in front of me. Sometimes I just may make decisions blindly. But as I said before, I can't go back and change those things, so it doesn't make any sense for me to denigrate myself and tear myself up because of those decisions. Some things I'm paying for. Yeah, some things I'm paying for. But I have to be content with where I am. And I am content. I am content. And one thing I'm feeling much better about is my neck. They did a good surgery. And the Lord guided the hands of the surgeon who did this. And I thank God for being able to move my neck, able to move my hands, be able to move my body. And so comes the next step, which is my back. We don't know when the surgery's going to be. Probably when I go to the doctor next time, we'll figure it out. But since now I know what to expect, I'm better prepared for it. Pastor, you were right. I thought I was going to go in the hospital, get my neck done, and then be out maybe the next day. I stayed in the hospital for 3 or 4 days. Forget, was it 4 days? 4 days. I know, I understand now. I have to make sure that everything's taken care of, that my wife is not, that she's not, what do you call it, by herself. And I'll figure it out more now. And I'll work towards getting her settled. But in the meantime, I thank God for this day. The sun is shining. There's absolutely no cloud in the sky that I see. Not that even if it was a cloud in the sky, or even lots of clouds in the sky, it would still be a great day. But we just know that when the sun is shining and the birds are singing, that kind of reminds you of just how good God is. And as I said before, He keeps doing great things for me. Love you all. God bless you. In Jesus' name.